Hello, welcome to your questions answered video number 2. Okay, so I chose a question from a lady called Jennifer Grana. Hi, my question is, should I explain to my family friends about my autism? Try to continue to roll with it and be who they want me to be in situations? Or is there a happy medium to both? So I asked Jennifer for a bit more information on this, and I said, are you a closet autism, or are you a closet autist? Do your friends or family know that you're autistic? And they don't. Her auntie and uncle do, but nobody else does. She says that they have basically kind of like a stiff upper lip approach where you just have to get on with it, which I understand, but there's some people who can't, who simply don't function like that. I am one of them. And she explained to me that the family that she spends the most time with, that's the ice cream van there. Hear the ice cream van? Oh, Liam, get me an ice cream! Liam, will you get me one? One sec. It's a tough situation because if you do mask and act and pretend to be the person that they want you to be, I find that you end up being who you are anyway, and it kind of comes out in explosive ways. So, for example, when I used to go to school, and even when I go to work, and even when I see my friends, I go and I'll be like, hi, how you doing? Oh my god, it's great to see you. Oh my god, you're so lovely. Oh my god, you look amazing. Oh my god, I'm so excited to be here. You're excited to be here. Oh my god, I'm so happy to be here. Are you happy to be there? Ah, yeah, this is so great. And even though that is me being me, I'm so exhausted by the social interaction afterwards that it can lead me to be truly autistic at home. And what I mean by truly autistic is, like, when I'm around my family. Oh, yes, please. When I'm around my family, you know, I zone out, and that's Liam trying to open the door. Ice cream! Yeah! Okay, so it's difficult because these people, you love them and you want them to love you for who you are, and people are like, oh, what do you mean you can't be who you are? I mean that I am fun Sarah in front of my friends. Hi, how you doing? And that's autistic Sarah, and I get it, but they don't often see the Sarah who has to go and zone out for hours. And my parents do, and my husband do, and they do more so since now I've allowed them for a good 15 years. For a good 15 years, I didn't allow anyone to see the other side of my autism. They only saw the fun side of my personality. I kept a lot of it away. So for a long time, like a lot of people with autism, have performed myself in public and then gone home and zoned out for hours, not spoke for hours, become mute. My husband sees that side, but a lot of people don't. If they did see that side of me more, then I'd be able to see my friends more. I'm terrible at maintaining friendships because it's so exhausting when I do have to be around them, because I have to be present, I have to be in the moment, I have to be in the conversation. A lot of people say to autistics, oh, toughen up and get on with it. Hey, you know what, a lot of us do that. A lot of us do get on with it, and sometimes it's a pleasant experience. Of course it is, don't get me wrong. I remember when I was doing waitressing, when I was 15, I was terrible at it. And my boss, he said to me, Karum, if you're out there, because I worked at Shere Khan Indian restaurant, Karum, you were the best manager, so thank you so much. But he did say to me, he pulled me aside and he said, Sarah, if you don't start socializing and interacting with the customers, I'm gonna have to let you go. I was like, how do I do that? And I just literally started to perform. I'd be like, hi, I'm Sarah and I'm going to be your waitress for today and blah, 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 blah. And performing like that can be great, it can be fun, it can get you through situations, fantastic. But if that is all you are ever doing, if you are only ever performing, you're going to get burnt out and you're going to not even know yourself. And when you do collapse and when you do become overloaded from all of it, from keeping up appearances, you'll feel like a failure and you're not. It's because we're setting ourselves up to fail, I think, sometimes in trying to please other people too much. So, my kind of thinking at the moment is, I have autism. I'm not saying I'm better than you. I am saying that I'm different from you. And the reason I want you to listen to the fact that I have autism is because I want you to understand why I'm different, so that you don't scold me for those differences, so that you don't judge me for those differences, and then penalise me or outcast me for those differences. And that is why you've got to speak up and you've got to start loving yourself. How can we help our children socialise where they will feel safe so we can reduce their anxiety? I have a boy and girl who are twins with autism. My son is my hermit who wears his heart on his sleeve and is painfully shy. My daughter is very friendly but has severe hypersensory with self-harm meltdowns, and people tend to avoid us. My daughter's meltdowns are hard to watch, and my son is so shy that he won't really talk until you know him. They are amazing, witty, funny young people, and they are only almost 16. I want to just hug your twins. It makes me sad. It makes me sad because I had self-harming behaviours when I was 15, and I hid them until the point where you can't hide them anymore. But I'm glad that your daughter's getting support in terms of the fact that you obviously love her so much. So the mum of these twins explained to me that basically the school, even though her son was thriving in a school setting, he was really struggling socially, and the daughter, she's been classified as having so many different needs that they don't know what to do with her, so they label her as high priority. So the daughter, who's 16, is feeling very, very down, very vulnerable. He's having meltdown behaviours and self-harming behaviours quite frequently, and this is because there isn't enough support in the education system. There isn't enough support or compassion or understanding or empathy in general society for autism, as well as lots of other conditions, but for autism as well. People seem to not understand how difficult it is. People seem to think that this teenage girl who's having this meltdown is being naughty, but what she's actually having is a very complicated reaction to her sensory environment. Imagine if your brain told you that there was way too much light coming in your eyes, or that there was way too much noise coming in, or the sensations that you have. You can feel hands around your neck, but there isn't anyone there. They're there, but your body it can feel them almost. That's sensory processing disorder. It can lead to a lot of overloads, a lot of meltdown behaviours, and a lot of burnout, and the need to shut down. And shutting down is so important, being able to shut down and zone out. And I know you said that your son does it a lot, but believe me, zoning out is good. Zoning out is good. Meltdowns for me, when I'm in a meltdown, it is a place of danger, because I'm a danger to myself. I emotionally believe the worst things about myself. I can't organise my thoughts or sentences in my head, and I can become non-verbal. So everything that you're describing to me is completely normal for autistic people to experience. And the reason I'm trying to normalise that behaviour is because I don't want autistic people to be ashamed of their behaviour, because I'm ashamed of my behaviour. But I don't want to be. You know, I understand that my behaviour and my reactions are because I'm autistic, and my brain is wired differently from the majority of the population. But I also know that lots of other people have this same neurodiversity as me. So what we need to do is we need to be learning to support each other. And I honestly feel like adult autistics can teach so much to these younger ones, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to support through me basically saying I understand what you're going through. Well, not fully, because I've not lived your life, but that I am interested and I want to help. And I want to help by trying to change how people see your dear daughter and your dear son. And I want to help by trying to make a change. Be the change you want to see. That's my new mantra. I keep zoning out. I zone out so much. So yeah, just before we go, I've got some exciting news. I've set up a Patreon site, and the reason we've set that up is because our studio is tiny and it's rubbish, and the lighting's rubbish, and yeah. So we're looking for patrons. We want you guys to become patrons of Agony Autie, and when you join, you get behind the scenes clips, any bloopers as they call them, as there are many. We're also thinking about you also get access to chunks of video which we had to cut out because I talk so much, but which will be available to our patron supporters as well. I can talk about the site, I can talk about what it is, and I can talk about what you get, but I don't want to talk about. I feel it's. Yeah, you do it. You do it.
What do you feel bad about?
I feel cheeky.
No, it's not cheeky. It will help us out a lot. Everything that we do, it takes a lot of time and effort on kind of both our parts, and all that you're doing by being a patron, paying $1 a month or $5 a month, is whatever you want, and it's basically a tip jar. It's like I enjoyed that video that you made. Here's $1 for a month. Like,
so yeah, I forgot to say, this is Liam, this is my husband, and I feel like all giddy now because I'm like showing you my family. I've gone red. I don't know why. Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you done?
No. It's because I love him and I'm proud of him because he makes these videos and it's gone really mushy, and I'm not a mushy person. But I love you.
So Patreon is just a really kind of good way to help us out and to ensure that we keep making these videos, because they seem to be helping and we like doing them. And that's it, really. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Bye. Bye. If you have any questions next time as well, message. Bye.